All right, we'll go ahead and get started. If we could quiet down, please. Thank you. If we can go ahead and quiet down, we'll go ahead and get started. Thanks for joining us. It's great to have some people back in the building. It's great to have the students back. It's great to have a crowd as well. We're still going to try to observe some of our safety features as the teacher or the staff member comes up to the podium. I have told them they can't take out their mask to make it a little more clear so you could hear the speech. But welcome to our 8th annual Soaring Eagle Award. This award was created to have our staff help our staff recognize outstanding students, not just for academics. We have plenty of banquets and ceremonies for straight A's, honor roll, penciler, or at those banquets. This is something this student has stood out in this particular teacher's eyes. It could be for their leadership, it could be for their character, it could be for the relationship they've developed in class, it could be for how much they've grown since the beginning of the year, or some of our staff members have students over a couple years, how much they've grown in that time. So again, the other award ceremonies are fantastic, but it's not very often that I'm at those ceremonies and sometimes a tear comes to people's eye. That's what makes this banquet this ceremony a little bit different. Some of the staff members will come up and they'll read the whole thing, and at the end we'll reveal the name. Okay, so listen, see if they're identifying your child possibly, and play along. You have a list of who's a candidate. We are doing it a little bit different again as well. So this year the staff member will come up. In the past, the student has come up and joined them at the podium. This time we're asking them just to stand at their chair. When they're done, both will go to the back. Their medallions are in the back. The student will pick it up. They're going to go out to the cafeteria for a second. They're going to take a picture. Ms. Shellhorn's going to take a picture of the two of them together. You will get a copy of the speech. You will get a copy of the picture, and it'll all be sent home to you at a later time in the next couple weeks. So the pictures will be taken care of. You will also get the speech, and it's a nice memento of the evening. So if you're ready, we're going to go ahead and begin. Ms. Shellhorn, you are first.
Good evening. I'm Krista Shellhorn. I am the media specialist here at the high school. Kind, caring, determined, driven, intelligent, detail-oriented. The words that I can use to describe my soaring eagle could continue on like this for another 5 minutes, but you get the idea. At first glance, someone might underestimate my soaring eagle because she goes about her business with a quiet confidence that few her age possess. She does not need to bang a loud drum to announce her presence in class because her work ethic and the quality of the work she produces speaks volumes for her. What I've come to learn over the last 2 years is that this is how Emily Chase lives her life outside of the classroom as well. Emily is the president of the senior class, an editor for the school yearbook, vice president of National Honor Society, president of the FHA, and is also editor for the Key Club. Somehow, in the midst of the craziest year of all of our lives, Emily's been able to juggle all of this with a smile and maturity that I know I did not possess at her age. Instead of allowing this year to break her spirit, Emily did what she does best. She worked hard, smiled through the bad days, and probably made a TikTok or two along the way. Emily's off to college next year, where I have no doubt that she will leave her mark just as she has at Columbia High School. Thank you for the last 2 years, Emily. You've definitely left your mark on me.
Good evening. So I kind of had to give mine away. I had to make a decision. Am I going to show my face the whole time, or am I going to show my Soaring Eagles? So I decided to show my Soaring Eagles for sure. So Madison, you can stand if you want, or there you go. All right, so I'm proud to read the following about my Soaring Eagle pick for this school year. Throughout all of the challenges the last year has brought to the school environment, my Soaring Eagle has never once complained about being remote, being in person, doing work on a Chromebook, doing work in class, or anything. The person's work is always done on time and always done to a very high standard. I have no doubt this person is going to go on to do big things after high school and college. Not only are they a hard worker, they're also a good person, always coming to class with a smile and a good morning, how are you, which is very much appreciated. I'm excited to see how well that Madison does in AP German next year. I am proud to recognize my Soaring Eagle, Madison Ebner. And Madison, we're gonna get a picture later at the end, okay? Congratulations.
All right, good evening. My name is Pat Baker. I'm a health and PE teacher here at Columbia High School. My nomination for Soaring Eagle for the 2021 school year is sophomore Cody Tudor. Cody was part of our 5th hour health class during the first semester and is also a member of our football program. Cody was always an enthusiastic contributor to our class, and as he was a student who drove the conversation during our class. In this time of COVID, where students contributing to class conversation is harder than ever, Cody went out of his way to contribute and ask questions. As a teacher, I really appreciate Cody's effort to be a leader and a learner in our class. Cody is also a member of our football program. And I was really impressed with Cody's diligence, the diligence that Cody showed in completing our off-season workouts. Cody was among the handful of guys in our program that were consistently completing their self-directed workouts since we weren't able to work out as a team. This is a testament to his work ethic and character that he was doing these workouts on his own, along with asking questions about how to complete the workouts. I'm proud of Cody for his leadership and work ethic. In a period of difficulties, Cody has shown the grit, leadership, and curiosity and determination of a man destined for success. Thank you, Cody, for being an inspiration to me. You are truly the definition of a soaring eagle.
Good evening. I'm Amanda McKee. I teach math here at CHS. Choosing a Soaring Eagle this year felt different, as we have gotten to know our students under unusual circumstances. However, it was an easy choice to pick Ella Buss as my Soaring Eagle. From the very beginning of the year, during fully remote learning, Ella showed me through a computer screen and 35 minutes that she has an eagerness and determination to learn. During remote learning, when it felt awkward to participate in a lesson, Ella was one who I could always count on to answer my questions and give me feedback. She cares about her education and does not just want a correct answer, but rather a deeper understanding of the concept, which she shows by coming to office hours or watching videos on her own if she does not understand a concept right away. Ella, you're a sweet girl and a hard worker. It has been a pleasure having you in class this year, and I look forward to seeing what you do in the future.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Amanda Vaughn, and I'm the Family Consumer Science teacher here at CHS. I am excited to recognize my 2021 Soaring Eagle, Lexi Kampminer. I had Lexi in class this year for the first time, and I cannot tell you how impressed I am with her. Lexi goes above and beyond every single day. We all know that this year has been a challenge with virtual classes and weird schedules, but Lexi has met each of those challenges head-on and never given up. Lexi has worked so hard to make sure she is making the most of her education this year. Lexi was always the first one to arrive to class, both in person and virtually. She pays attention, and most importantly, she takes the skills she's learning in class and practices them at home. I am so impressed and proud of her hard work this year. Lexi, you are truly an example of a soaring eagle.
Hello, I'm Kristen Baker, one of the school counselors here at the high school. I thought about wearing my mask while I was up here, not because I'm in danger, but because I get really red when I talk. So if you see that, I'm okay. Thank you, Mr. Nickerson, for having this close-up in person of me. So when selecting a soaring eagle, I tend to gravitate towards students who prove perseverance, those who have the tenacity to persist in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. This year is no different. This year, I choose Fallon West as my soaring eagle. It doesn't matter what kind of hurdle is put in front of Fallon, I am convinced there is no obstacle that will hold her back. This year specifically, I witnessed quite a few roadblocks attempt to derail Fallon from reaching her goals. I admit that I was worried. These problems and negativities could have easily distracted Fallon, but what impresses me most is how she never lost focus of her target. She was clear about her academic goals and committed to the behaviors needed to achieve them. It didn't matter that I was concerned. It didn't matter that we were in a pandemic. It didn't matter that the entire process of how we teach and learn had been completely flipped upside down. Fallon is my soaring eagle because she comprises the work ethic and determination that far exceeds even the above average student. Fallon, I hope you always choose to focus on your goals and not your fears. I cannot wait to see what you conquer in this world.
Hello, everyone. My name is John Guinea. I teach English, algebra, study skills, pretty much whatever they throw at me. Maggie Brocklin is a very social, well-liked, positive student. She befriends her classmates and provides support and encouragement to those around her. Maggie strives to do better and will always seek answers to questions regarding schoolwork. The thing that impresses me the most is Maggie's willingness to jump right into an assignment. She's not afraid to tackle a task head-on. Maggie will often bring humor to a stressful situation. I have witnessed Maggie using a lighthearted comment when two classmates are having a disagreement. She has a way of making those around her smile and move on from their disagreements. Maggie loves to sing. She was a part of the Columbia High School show choir during first semester and currently participates in the Columbia High School treble choir. Maggie is a true pleasure to have as a student.
Good evening. I'm Scott Horner, athletic director, PE teacher, and football coach. When choosing this year's Soaring Eagle Award winner, it was a slam dunk decision. I have known my Soaring Eagle for around 10 years, but specifically have had the privilege of coaching this young man for the last 4 years. You may know him as the person who won the game with a 94-yard kickoff return for a touchdown as a sophomore. On the other hand, maybe you remember the 98-yard pick six to win the game against the same team a year later. Luckily, this time has afforded me the opportunity to get to know him on more of a personal level. Aside from his miraculous catches and touchdown runs, his personality and character are what stood above all else. Always happy, always a smile, and always striving to be the best. London Little has soared to new heights. His infectious attitude always seems to make the people around him strive for greatness. His joyous demeanor motivates those around him. I can't say enough about what London provides to our team on a daily basis. What a wonderful and joyous young man. Sylvia and Mike, you should be very proud parents. My Soaring Eagle Award goes to London Little.
Hi, everybody. Mark Sandstrom, Government Driver's Ed here at the high school. My Soaring Eagle selections have always been students who are going to execute their civic responsibilities and duties once they leave Columbia High School, and this year is no different. My selection this year is also a student who has really matured over the last 2 years and really came into his own. With that being said, I'm very impressed with Trenton Martin in my government class. Trenton's not here tonight, but he and I had a good conversation this afternoon. He always had an opinion in many of the political platform topics we discussed. Trust me, he did. But he was always very respectful of others while listening to their views. He may not have agreed with their views, but he never infringed on the rights of others speaking their minds in the classroom setting. I think a lot of students and adults can learn from Trenton in this unfortunate time of political division. President Kennedy once said, "Let us not seek the Republican answer or the Democratic answer, but the right answer. Let us not seek to fix the blame for the past. Let us accept our own responsibility for the future." I think this can be a great quote for all of our youth moving forward, so we don't have to live in such a divided society. I look forward to keeping up with Trenton in his post-high school career and see all the positive effects he will have on society moving forward. But tonight, let's celebrate your academic achievement and being a great constituent in my government class.
I am Sarah McGinty. I'm the choir director here at CHS. I've had the pleasure of having my Soaring Eagle in class for all of her years at CHS. As a freshman, she was very quiet. She always participated, but made sure not to draw attention to herself. As she got older, she would help those students who she noticed needed a little extra help, but were too afraid to ask. And it is that intrinsic caring and calm nature that makes Lexi Schlimmer a standout amongst others her age. Lexi always has time to help others and plays the role of encourager in everything she does. She lends a listening ear and offers a shoulder to cry on. She is the first one in class to say, "Come on, guys, we can do this." She continually shows good character by her actions. As a dancer and dance teacher, she understands the necessity for hard work, but is also realistic when it comes to putting others at ease and explaining things in an easygoing manner. Others feel comfortable around Lexi and look to her for guidance, even when she may not realize it. Oftentimes, Lexi is not the kid you would typically notice in class. She's quiet, thoughtful, and observant, but there's a lot going on in that smart brain of hers. Lexi's passionate when it comes to fairness and making sure that everyone's voice is heard. Many times it has been her quiet yet determined mindset that gets everyone else thinking. While we were unable to sing this year due to COVID, Lexi still stands out as a leader. In show choir, she led the class as one of my dance captains and led a small group in choreographing a new dance. I was able to trust her with the first-year dancers because I was confident in her teaching abilities. Lexi Schlimmer is a sweet, beautiful soul and will maintain her strive for excellence in each and everything she does in life. She won't let obstacles stand in her way. She will continue to be a kind friend, willing listener, and determined activist for what is fair and just. I'm so happy to say that Lexi Schlimmer is my Soaring Eagle.
Hello everyone, my name's Amanda Bedard. I teach physical education, a driver's ed instructor here, and I also do JV softball. There is a saying that we don't meet people by accident, that they are meant to cross our paths for a reason. My Soaring Eagle, Ashlyn Crawford, was someone I believe I was supposed to cross the path with. Excuse me, I'm sorry. In many ways, she has helped me as much as I hoped I have helped her. I believe, Ashlyn, that you are deserving of this award because of your kindness, your bravery, and your determination. I watch you work your tail off in the summer to become a better catcher so you can make that varsity team. You were willing to accept challenges for me and play positions you've never played before. And while others stood silently, I watched you stand and protect someone who needed that protection. When an adult was grieving, I watched you reach out and send flowers as an act of kindness. I enjoy watching you grow from that
teary-eyed underclassmen to the woman you're becoming. You made me now the teary-eyed woman. To Scott and Tina, you have raised a wonderful daughter. I will miss our conversations and seeing you at the softball field. Ashlyn, I can't believe you're going to be gone next year. I will miss you dearly. I want to thank you for all your help with middle school softball. Thank you for always wanting to have a conversation with me. I'm so proud of you and wish you all the success in Texas. Ashlyn, you are my soaring eagle.
Good evening. My name is Bethany Grant, and I teach in the math department here at CHS. I have had the privilege of having my Soaring Eagle in class the last 2 school years. Throughout the last 2 years, Sam Urin has shown many qualities that make him an excellent candidate for this award. He is kind and respectful to students and teachers alike. He has an amazing work ethic and a positive attitude. While there are many reasons to nominate Sam, here's the main reason I did nominate him this year. In such an unusual school year, many students were very quiet when we returned to the classroom. Maybe it was the mask wearing or the distance between them, but students didn't talk to each other as they usually would, even before class started. However, Sam was always starting a conversation with me or with other students before we started class. And for a few minutes, I could forget that everything about my teaching day was different than it was a year earlier. Those conversations provided a sense of normal. So thank you, Sam, for being yourself, despite the challenges this school year has brought. I am confident you will continue to soar throughout your time here at CHS and beyond.
Good evening. My name is Dave Touche. This is my 31st year here at Columbia High School. I teach technology, accounting, business, driver's ed, assistant coach, girls basketball, and girls softball. So we stay pretty busy. We like that. It's been my pleasure to work with Jolie Barnett as one of her basketball coaches. As a freshman, it can sometimes be difficult to adjust to high school life. She has exhibited the ability to successfully balance her academic and extracurricular activities. She seems to approach everything she does with great effort and great attitude. Jolie always enters the gym with one of those contagious smiles. She has one of those wonderful personalities that brings a positive vibe to the gym and to our practices. Her presence just seems to put a smile on everyone's face. Jolie's always there to lend a helping hand. She's always willing to help with her do what's best for the team approach. Thank you, Jolie. You make our basketball program and Columbia High School a better place to be. I am looking forward to seeing what you can accomplish at CHS in your next 3 years. You're definitely a soaring eagle.
What are you looking at? Good evening. I am Scott Germain, head girls basketball coach, PE teacher, and football coach here at Columbia High School. I am proud to recognize Taylor Etheridge as my Soaring Eagle for this school year. Taylor is always willing to go the extra mile to help others. Like many others in this school that juggle academics, athletics, work, a social life, Taylor is always upbeat every day. You wouldn't know if she worked a double shift at Tequila's, whatever she's doing, you wouldn't know. But she would come to basketball practice in between work and go back to work, after practice. That really meant a lot to me in our program. Her positive vibe to everyone that she meets is contagious. Taylor does not shy away from hard work and accepts the challenges that are put in front of her on a daily basis. Taylor's work ethic is contagious and helps others tend to follow along with her. Taylor E. The Ridge, congratulations and keep up the great work.
Good evening. My name is Joe Birch. I am the horticultural teacher and FFA advisor. This soaring eagle has been open to any challenge presented to him. His character is not guided by fear or recklessness, but rather by a sense of adventure and honesty. He is a man of kindness and courage that will transmit to those around him. And with his sincere integrity and unique mental toughness, Grant Narzinski has earned this privilege to be called a soaring eagle. No matter what path Grant chooses, he will always display his most unique attributes that he is able to share with us at Columbia. Grant possesses the temperament, talent, and conviction of a student that Columbia High School proudly upholds. I would also like to recognize your mother, father, family, and friends who have put in the hard work of guiding you through the journey so far. Because of them, your foundation is strong and character unwavering. Congratulations, Grant Narzinski, and we are forever honored to call you a soaring eagle.
Hi, my name is Courtney Elbrecht, and I am a school counselor here at the high school. My 2021 Soaring Eagle is Eli Wolin. I have to admit that I didn't know much about Eli when we started this school year. Our only interactions had been from class while I was pushing in to do our social-emotional lessons, most of which Eli was not overly fond of. While Eli and I have agreed to disagree on the importance of social-emotional learning, we can agree that education is much more exciting when we're learning about topics that we're passionate about. Throughout this year, I have had the pleasure of working with Eli, and I have learned many interesting things from him and about him. I have had the joy of seeing him overcome many obstacles this past year, and every time, Eli persevered. He pushed himself to grow and challenged himself to do better and to be better. It's not often that we get the opportunity to walk through the storm with our students and get the joy of seeing the transformation as they emerge from the other side. I will be forever grateful that Eli chose me as someone he wanted to share these experiences with, and I am beyond proud of the successes that he has earned this year.
Good evening. I'm Missy Steve. I teach math here at CHS. My 2021 Soaring Eagle recipient is Andrew Carroll. Everyone knows Andy. Everyone loves Andy. He is a kind soul and friendly to all. He greets everyone politely and respectfully with a fun, upbeat attitude. You can't help but smile when you see him. I've been Andy's math teacher for 2 years in a row. The subject is probably not his favorite. It's probably not many people's favorite. But he has a great math brain and his number sense is impressive. What I have been most impressed with, however, is how his academic effort has transformed this year. He has become a model student. Andy engages in lessons, works hard to understand the material, is much more organized. He has really matured and seems driven to succeed. I believe he's talked about joining the military. I envision him as a model soldier and expect he will flourish in that role. Now, Andy's not perfect. He's made some mistakes along the way, but I'm hoping that he's learned from those mistakes and is ready to move forward. To his mom, Brandy, congrats to you. You've raised a fine young man. It's experiences like these when we teachers see such positive changes in students that make our job seem worthwhile. Thank you, Andy, for your efforts and keep working hard. Congrats on being a Soaring Eagle.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Allison Bittner, and I'm a special education teacher here. This is my second year at Columbia High School. Okay. You may find this student with his blues on for ROTC on Wednesdays, or you might see him chatting with his friends about how he played last night on his video games. He will beat you to say hi first thing in the morning, almost always accompanied with a big smile. Although this year it has been difficult to see that smile with a mask on, but you know it's there. He came from Dupo High School last year where I had him as a freshman, and the following year I made my switch here to CHS, so we both started fresh at a new school last year. When I saw him for the first time coming up the stairwell on his way to English, I think we both breathed a sigh of relief to see a familiar face. I think I even got a quick hug. "Oh, Miss Bittner, I'm so glad to see you." To say Preston has a joy for life would be an understatement. He can see the good in people and genuinely enjoys talking to his peers and staff to get to know them better. He is a bright part in everyone's day and is sure to leave you with a smile. Preston Brown, I am so proud of the young man you are becoming. It has been my pleasure to get to know you over the years, and I'm so glad you're here at CHS to spread that joy to everyone you meet. Congrats, buddy.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tim Gagan, and I'm a social studies here at Columbia High School. I'd like to start by congratulating all of our Soaring Eagles and also congratulating all of you for playing a huge role in their ability to soar. My choice for this year's Soaring Eagle is a young lady I've had the honor and pleasure of having in classes the last 2 years, Jessa Giovanetti. To me, she is the perfect student, not because she gets good grades, which she does, but more importantly for what she brings to class every single day. You know, I understand students leaving my class with a smile on their face, but she enters class every day in the same way, smiling. She always pays attention, and I can honestly say, and this blows me away, I don't even know if she owns a phone. I've never seen her phone. She never makes excuses, always completes her works on time and thoughtfully. In the world of teaching, we say students like Jessa get it. Jessa, keep that smile on your face and don't change a thing. Dream big, dream hard, and you will find all your dreams come true. I wish you the best of luck, and I thank you for everything you've brought to my classes. This is why you are my 2021 Soaring Eagle. Thanks.
Good evening. I am Ryan Hampton. I'm one of the industrial technology teachers here at the high school. This year, my Soaring Eagle is Jared Hoffman. Jared is an outstanding student who on a daily basis goes the extra mile. His education continuously exceeds the performance standards of everyday shop students. He willingly accepts new assignments and offers to help whenever he can. Jared, most appreciated quality is his willingness to voluntarily work after school to help with projects. Last year, due to the pandemic, our construction program was unable to complete a pavilion and shed project for a local church we had promised to do. While I volunteered to do the project over the summer, I could not complete the task alone. Jared volunteered his own time to complete the shed and pavilion project throughout the summer, and for that I am most grateful. Thank you, Jared, for all your hard work, and with your kindness and work ethic, you will be very successful in the future. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Mary Adams. I teach in the English department here at Columbia High School. We have so many outstanding students at CHS, and our Soaring Eagle recipients are standouts for so many reasons, from making vast improvements in their academic career to overcoming significant obstacles to never settling for less than their best. But what about that student who is extraordinary, yet simultaneously so humble that she consistently flies under the radar? Not only does she not need accolades, but I honestly think she prefers it that way. My choice for Soaring Eagle for the weirdest school year on record spent her quarantine months this time last year developing herself as a student, as a human being, and as a young woman. And I'd be remiss if I failed to note that she was already pretty fantastic. As a student in my classroom throughout the normal parts of last year, she was conscientious and quiet, but with a beautiful smile and a subtle eagerness to learn. But when we found ourselves at home in April and May of 2020, learning asynchronously, it was then that I really had the opportunity to build a relationship with her, and I'm so lucky to have had that opportunity. It's long, brace yourselves. She is an independent go-getter. When she wasn't scoring as high as she wanted in her writing, instead of complaining or merely settling for what was still pretty good writing, she asked for more practice. When she wanted to develop her ability to participate in more philosophical discourse, she sought out new readings, new experiences, and new conversations, all independent of her classroom assignments. And in that time, not only was a beautiful writer and human being evolving, but she also breathed life into an old teacher who loved the reminder of why we do this. And it's to expose our students to opportunities to become lifelong learners. She is a lifelong learner, and not just in the classroom. She is a champion for justice. What many don't know about her is that she is eager to build a better and safer world for future generations, that she is hungry to create ripples that motivate others to push for changes that will improve the lives of others, of people she doesn't even know. Over the summer, she devoted the most personal and scarce commodity that we all possess, her time. She gave her time to others in service to advocate for change. Such work is not always popular and is often polluted by today's ugly political landscape, but for her, it's not political. She gives her time in advocacy in order to support those who need it, and she approaches her work much in the same way she approaches her work in the classroom, knowing that going above and beyond the status quo is a mission built for her. Paige Bierman's most important attribute, though, is that she is selflessly and unabashedly kind. I have seen her go out of her way to empathize with people and situations and opinions that she doesn't necessarily agree with, because it's so important to her to understand where others are coming from and never to invalidate the feelings of others. While many people, teenagers and adults alike, intend to drive from a place of understanding, most of us often fall short, but she does not. Paige's mission to devote her time and efforts to not only understand others, but to elevate others often goes unnoticed because of her humility, but she is a force. And I truly believe that she is going to change the world. We are all lucky to be in her presence.
Hi, my name is Craig Rytursky, and I teach music here at Columbia High School and at Parkview. I have 5 students sitting out there wondering which is the unlucky one. But the one I choose to roast tonight is called Patrick Burner. So stand up and let him get a look at you, Patrick. There you go. All right, so my Soaring Eagle winner can be categorized under the file called Hidden Gems of CHS. Patrick Burner may be the most unassuming student that I have ever taught. If you are a teacher of Patrick, you are well aware that he is content with not uttering a single sound in class unless required by his instructor. But underneath that stoic exterior lives a young man whose drive, talent, and dedication to music have set himself up for a potentially great future as a performer, in addition to whatever else he chooses to do. Patrick serves as a percussionist in the bands here at CHS. He has marched many a halftime show, not this year, and many a parade, carrying a set of 5 drums because, well, when you look at him, he has incredible back development, he's muscular, and he can pack mule about 2,000 pounds, so that he gets those drums. But mostly it's because he has the skill to play 5 drums when most of the others have difficulty with 1. They're not here tonight, so I could say that. Patrick has performed in many wind ensemble concerts too, but COVID has kept the public from seeing his true talent as a piano player. Patrick plays piano in the CHS Jazz Ensemble and represents our school at the Illinois High School Association's State Solo and Ensemble Contest. 2 planned jazz concerts have been canceled since he's been in the jazz band due to the pandemic, and the state contest has gone viral. It is for this reason that I've nominated Patrick as my Soaring Eagle. I want to tell the CHS community that in Patrick, I see the potential for greatness as a musician, and other people need to know about this. Patrick's parents, they're sitting right up there, hi, Nancy and Trent, and his sister, Annalise, I got you in the program, Annalise, they have wisely supported his music education by providing him with piano lessons for a number of years. Patrick practices diligently and without being told to do so. His performances at the state contest regularly yield perfect scores, not just superior ratings, but perfect scores. And he has been selected as best performer of the day by a judge who has listened to 30 to 40 piano players during the day. 2 weeks ago, a contest judge wrote, "I am excited to think of the repertoire that is coming your way on piano." This is high praise from a contest judge. This after she had heard his difficult piece submitted virtually. Folks, this young man has seriously legit talent. Patrick, all great artists start with humble beginnings just like you. You have the ability, the demeanor, and work ethic to see yourself through to whatever musical endeavor you choose. Many people would sacrifice a lot just to have some of your talent. I urge you to aim high and continue your development. Don't waste your talent and do not fall for the trap of untrue negative self-talk. Believe in yourself. Those of us who know you, we already believe in you. Patrick Berner.
Hi, my name is Chelsea Adair. I teach several different classes, so I'll spare you the list of going through all of them. But my Soaring Eagle nomination this year is Jordan Giovanetti. I have had the privilege to watch Jordan grow into a mature young adult during her years at CHS. Jordan has always wanted the best for her future. There have been many times she has felt she wasn't going to reach her goals. When times were tough, our saying was, "You've got this." In the last year, there have been many obstacles that we have all had to overcome. Jordan has shown that no matter the obstacles, she can handle it. She has exceeded all expectations. Jordan has shown that she is not only a hard worker, she is intelligent, brave, and can reach anything she sets her mind to. Jordan, I am so proud of you and happy that I get to call you my Soaring Eagle. Always remember, you've got this.
Good evening. I am Carrie Clayton, and I am going to award Ms. Allen Soaring Eagle. She was unable to make it tonight, and so I have the pleasure of sharing her words. So I'm going to read her words directly, okay? Hello, everyone. I am Erin Allen, an English teacher here at CHS. My Soaring Eagle is a student that I have had the privilege of getting to know over the past 2 years in my St. Louis University English classes. Not only are they a strong student in my class, they are also a very talented artist. I have been lucky enough to receive several pieces of their art, which I am happy to have in my classroom. One of the many reasons that I nominated this student for the Soaring Eagle is their inquisitive mind. They are always thinking about whatever it is we are reading or discussing in class. Their contributions to our class discussions always provide a new perspective on the topic, often causing me to pause and consider what they have said. These insights usually go beyond class discussions, carrying over into the hall as they explain their thought process or other questions they still have. I can't quite explain how much I have enjoyed these conversations, mostly because they show me just how much they have considered and wrestled with whatever it is we are working on in class. And the conclusions they come to are always interesting. I've always enjoyed when a student is able to get me to see a text differently, especially when it is something that I have taught many times. This year, I am honored to name Mr. Daniel Lechner as my Soaring Eagle. His insights and creativity are going to take him far in life, and I cannot wait to see what he accomplishes.
Good evening. My name is Profe Otwell. I teach Spanish here at Columbia High School and also at Columbia Middle School. Having students who are Soaring Eagles has been something welcome during a difficult, arduous year both to teach and to learn. The challenges faced by all of us here tonight have been numerous. Despite this, you all have stepped up despite the circumstances and shown us character, perseverance, and grace. To my Soaring Eagle, I have some adjectives for you. Character, perseverance, grace, patience, sense of humor. These qualities, among others, are just some of the reasons why I chose you as my Soaring Eagle. In a tough school year, you brought positivity daily. You brought humor and levity that helped eliminate any awkwardness of masks or hybrid learning in a way that I could not. I could count on you daily to participate and share. You helped build community, an aspect of the classroom that is so important to me, yet so hard to build in a year like this, and for that, I am grateful. I appreciate all of your efforts this year, and that is why you, Jalen Brister, are my Soaring Eagle. Congratulations on a well-deserved accolade.
Hello, everyone. I'm Carrie Burton, and I teach in the math department here at CHS. I have chosen Alexa Bauman as my Soaring Eagle this year because she always gives her best effort no matter the situation. This school year has been a year of constant changes, and through all of these changes, Alexa remained constant. She remained focused through the many distractions and obstacles that can come with learning in the middle of a pandemic. Even when we were fully remote, she always participated in class by asking and answering questions. If she missed class, she found a way to stay caught up and engaged. I do not think math is her favorite subject, but she maintains a positive attitude and strong work ethic even when she does not understand something right away. She never makes excuses or tries to take the easy way out. Because she takes initiative and responsibility for her own learning, I know Alexa will continue to be successful. In addition to being a great student, Alexa is a great person. She is kind, respectful, well-rounded, and mature. I am very thankful for the opportunity to get to know Alexa this year, and I'm excited to see what she accomplishes in the future. Congratulations, Alexa.
Good evening. I'm Wendy Stevens. I teach in the math department here at the high school. I chose my Soaring Eagle this year based on a level of determination, hard work, and a great attitude. This student has the ability to work hard while keeping a smile on his face. He's willing to ask questions when no one else will, to speak encouraging words to peers when all are feeling stressed, and generally bring a positive attitude to all around when situations don't seem so positive. This year has been particularly challenging for all the students, and I know it was for him as well. But he stepped up and fought hard to keep grades up and his attitude bright. I have had the pleasure of working with this student all 4 years of high school career as a math team member. As a freshman, the seniors on the team lovingly gave him the name HTML Dude, and he wore it with honor. I knew he was going to be a standout student even then. Thus, it's no surprise that now, as a senior, I would choose him as an impeccable example of good character and exemplary representative of a CHS Eagle spirit. Thanks to my Soaring Eagle, Mason Albers, for making my job so rewarding.
Good evening. I'm Carrie Farmer and I teach computers here at CHS. All of my courses are semester classes, so it's not very often that students are able to take more than one of my classes in a year. This year I have a few exceptions, and one of them is my Soaring Eagle winner. This student comes into class every day with a smile and a welcome. She works diligently, keeps a positive attitude even when something's challenging. With COVID and the changes in our curriculum, she's willing to help me work through things, some bumps that we've run into. My student never complained about the changes we've endured, but continued to be a bright, shining light to those around her. She truly encompasses everything a model student and person should be. She's always smiling, positive, and friendly. She greets everyone and very, very respectful. This student is the type of person that cares about the well-being of others and is a true nurturer. Through this crazy, unprecedented year, she's shown us she can handle different situations with great maturity and ease. It's proven to me and many others that she can excel in all things in the future, and she can do so with grace and positivity. I can't wait to see what her future holds. Kelsey Ohlendorf, you're a great example of a soaring eagle.
Hello, my name is Tyler Obergfell. I'm the other shop teacher. I'm honored to recognize my choice for Soaring Eagle tonight, Izzy Whaley. Izzy has shown excellence throughout our industrial technology courses. I first met Izzy when she took production technology, which is our entry-level class. She stood out to me in that class due to her work ethic, leadership, and enthusiasm. A prime example of these traits are demonstrated through her extracurricular commitment to Skills USA. She has showed leadership and excellence through state competitions and monthly meetings. At the state competitions, she sought extra help outside of class time to learn how to weld using GMAW. She mixed her passion for welding and art to make a welding sculpture that was submitted to the state competition. At our monthly meetings, she has taken on a leadership role in which she helps to plan and run the meetings. Izzy is usually the first person to volunteer to do extra. Just this school year, she's built many projects in both the wood shop and metal shop that were not required of her. These projects were offered as something extra to do, not for extra credit or recognition. Some projects she worked on were to help other students. Other projects were for the school and some were for me. The point I'm making here is that she was done with her work and chose to do more. This is a rare and admirable trait for a very young person. Now I get to talk about Izzy's enthusiasm. In the 4 years I have known her, Izzy has not had many bad days. She is typically very upbeat and excited about the work she is doing in my class. She also likes to share stories about what is going on in her life outside of school. Let me tell you, these stories are great. Izzy has the unique qualities of work ethic, enthusiasm, and leadership skills that will serve her well after high school. I have enjoyed having her in class and watch her develop these skills. Congrats and good luck in all you do.
Hi, I'm Reagan Rippelmeyer, and I teach English here at CHS. In a year full of constant up and downs, schedule changes, and challenges, it would have been easy for my Soaring Eagle to give up and move on. However, they actually did the very opposite. My Soaring Eagle radiated positivity and hard work throughout the year that would have been so easy to give up on. Every day, this student came into my class with a smile, saying hello to me as well as others in the room. Throughout class, this student helped others around them, participated in discussions, while in person and remote. They also never counted anyone out in games, activities, and discussions. I never once heard a complaint or negative comment from this person when negativity was so prevalent around us. Not only did I see positivity and work ethic displayed at school, but I also noticed it outside of school. I ran into this student multiple times just by chance, and they were just as positive, working just as hard with a smile on their face. Those moments out in the community made me so proud to tell people that I was with that that was my student, working hard and smiling while they did so. It has been an honor to teach this student and to come to know the person that they are inside and outside of the classroom. It's easy to see that they have everything they need to succeed throughout their remaining years at CHS and then beyond. I can't wait to see where their determined spirit takes them because I know it's going to be somewhere great. And when they get to where they're going, I will continue to proudly call them my student. And all of these reasons and more are why I am proud to present Addison Miller with the 2021 Soaring Eagle Award.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kelly Breesacker. I teach English. In a year of so much change and uncertainty, so much turmoil and trepidation, there has remained one constant, one reassurance. My soaring eagle, Megan Elliott, has remained a bright spot in a dark time. From day one, with a smile on her face, even amidst a trying school year, this young woman made it clear that she has high expectations for herself. And she continues to make it clear that through her grit, determination, and perseverance, she won't accept anything less than perfection. In just one example of many, earlier this year, as students were preparing for a class presentation, she mentioned to me that she was very nervous, and like so many of us, public speaking just isn't her thing. Together, we talked through some tips and some strategies, and on the day of her presentation, one would never know that she was the least bit apprehensive. She gave the best speech in the class, and she practiced and worked hard for that honor. Aside from her dedication as a student, Megan is simply an all-around good person. I've been witness to Megan's willingness to see the best in others and to promote the goodness that is so instilled in her character, one cannot help but take notice. Her kindness and decency is truly infectious. Megan, I am so pleased to award you as my Soaring Eagle. You totally deserve it. Congratulations.
I'm a little shorter. Good evening. Good evening. Ooh. It's got to go way down. It might fall down. Hello, my name's Kathleen Kelly, and I'm one of the school counselors at CHS. It is my honor this evening to present my 2021 Soaring Eagle Award to a young man who has taught me much about strength, determination, perseverance, commitment, and survival. Over the course of the past 4 years, he and I have had several conversations about education, careers, friends, and family. Many times our talks centered around the fact that the situation at hand may be difficult, but never impossible. Quitting was never an option for him. When it came time to make some tough decisions about his educational future and the ability to achieve his goal of earning a diploma, he trusted me and made several sacrifices and very tough choices. The saying that comes to mind when I think of this student is, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. He seems to have lived much of his life by this motto, and it has served him well. He is a loving son, grandson, friend, and just a good all-around person. What I think when I think of him is believe. That's the word, believe, because I believe in him. I didn't see him here this evening because I believe he's working. So my Soaring Eagle Award goes to Mr. Rodney Clayton Kelly.
Good evening. My name is Michelle Kleinschmidt. I teach science. It is my pleasure to announce Grace Crossley as my Soaring Eagle this year. In a school year with continual changes, I am so thankful to have a constant like Grace in my class. It didn't matter what stage of learning we were in, I could always count on Grace to have a positive attitude and make the most of every situation. While in remote learning, Grace was never afraid to participate and speak up during the Google Meets. When we switched to hybrid, it didn't matter if it was her in-person day or remote day, she would stay engaged throughout the entire class. And when we returned to school every day, she enters the classroom ready to work with a smile on her face. In addition, I have been very impressed by Grace's motivation to learn. She strives to do her best and never hesitates to ask questions to improve her understanding. I have Grace the last hour of the day. And while many are watching the clock and preparing to rush out the door to be done with the school day, it is not uncommon for Grace to stick around after the bell to finish an assignment. She is a great role model to her classmates. In addition to her contagious positivity, she is also inclusive to all students in the class. She works well with all of her peers and is quick to include others in a group setting. Her work ethic, kindness, and compassion not only make her a great student, but a remarkable person. I have no doubt that Grace will do great things and continue to spread her positivity and kindness for the remainder of her high school years and future. Congratulations, Grace.
Good evening. My name is Derek Rozicki, and I teach in the math department here at CHS. To begin, I want to congratulate every student here for being nominated for this amazing award. You should not hold this award lightly. This award resembles tremendous work ethic, outstanding character, and the will to do good and be good, both inside and outside of the classroom. This award means going above and beyond to do what is right, overcoming obstacles and pushing through adversity. This award symbolizes commitment and determination and a motto of a good leader. I would like to take this time now to congratulate my 2021 Soaring Eagle nominee, Caleb Yoakum. I have had the privilege to work with Caleb for the past year, from meeting him for the first time behind the lens of a computer screen to finally getting the chance to meet him in person. I have seen Caleb grow and mature as both a student and as an individual. This year wasn't easy for anyone. I think we can all agree on that. Caleb proved that adversity would not stand in the way of his success. He persevered and continued to move forward. Caleb carries the qualities of a good leader, a good friend, and a good mentor. His work ethic is contagious to those around him as he sets an example for what is right. Caleb is a joy to have in class, and I am honored to present him with the 2021 Soaring Eagle Award this evening. Congratulations.
Good evening. I'm Carrie Clayton, and I teach in the science department. I always keep my eye out for different students who I may award my Soaring Eagle to each year. And each year, there are so many wonderful young adults to choose from. This year, I knew early on who my Soaring Eagle would be. In fact, one day at lunch, I told a coworker how impressed I was with this student and that she would most likely be my recipient. My Soaring Eagle has impressed me with her work in anatomy and physiology this school year from the get-go. She puts her all into everything. Her work is never second rate. However, she is more than a student who does well in anatomy. My Soaring Eagle is kind, energetic, outspoken when necessary, and a little stubborn. But that is what makes her unique and stand out. She has her own spunk and flair, and anyone who knows my Soaring Eagle, Emma Russo, would probably agree. Emma, I've enjoyed our office hour chats, watching your enthusiasm in your flip grids, and getting to know you this year. Never forget to always be true to yourself and dream big. Keep soaring high, Emma. Peace.
Good evening, my name's Jessica Packard, and I am the art teacher here at high school. This year, I'd like you to help me celebrate, ooh, this is not the right speech. Where's Tiana? We're gonna pause on mine for a minute.
Hello. My name is Alicia Arnold, and I'm one of the Spanish teachers here at Columbia High School. I first met my Soaring Eagle 3 years ago when he was a sophomore in my Spanish 3 class. He had a sparkle in his eye and a strong desire to learn. Near the end of Spanish 3, he decided he wanted to challenge himself and switch to the honors Spanish courses. As a junior, he enrolled in Spanish 3 honors and impressed me with his flexibility, kindness, and determination. And here we are, nearing the end of his senior year. I get to see his smiling face. Okay, I can't see it under the mask, but maybe more like that sparkle in his eye. Dominic Auer has been a constant source of positivity in my classes for 3 years. I do not know what I would have done without his tech support and encouragement as I learned to navigate the world of hybrid teaching, Google Meets, and juggling several speakers. I'm still not perfect at it, but I know when I stumble, Dominic will be there with a sparkling eye, a how-to technology email written that even I can understand, or a perfectly made Emo's pizza. He makes the best. Dominico, mil gracias por todo. Thank you for all you've done for me over these past 3 years. I know you'll do great in the next chapter of your life, and I know you'll continue to help others. Thank you for always helping me.
Hello, I'm Linda Malone. I teach science here at the high school. As a school, we are blessed with many wonderful, hardworking, caring students. This year, so many stepped up to be even more outstanding. There definitely was a very strange start to this school year, with us not being able to even really meet with our students on the first day. Having said that, my Soaring Eagle reached out to me very early on. In August, when they were going to miss a day for an appointment, they let me know ahead of time, asking for the assignment that they would miss. Another time when we were still online, she emailed me early on, politely asking a question about a quiz that I had made a mistake on. Consistently, day by day, month by month, she's been so good about communicating with me, her classmates, and her teammates. Anytime that she's going to be gone for a college visit, an appointment, or a competition, she always lets her teachers know ahead of time, asking about what she will miss. When she's been traveling, she's been so good about still getting her work done, often being one of the first ones to turn in assignments or quizzes. When she's had questions on materials, she's always asked about it. In this year, those questions usually were done by email. For every response that I've been given, there's always been a thank you, and sometimes there have been more questions. At the end of the day, with our communications, there's usually something like, "Have a nice day, Miss Malone." When I gave an assignment at Thanksgiving, asking students to tell me what they were thankful for, I got several great responses. Hers was one of them. She was one of the students that introduced me to a new poster-type app that can be used. She also answered some questions that I had about their computer application. For whatever she is doing for classes, yearbook, student council, or for volleyball teams, Olivia Peterson is putting in her best effort. She is a leader in so many ways. I've been so pleased to have students back in class. Seeing this tall volleyball player in class this 9 weeks has given me an even better perspective on how Olivia deserves a Soaring Eagle Award. Olivia, thank you for all your communication, your dedication, and your leadership. May you continue to soar upward.
All right, take two. This year, I'd like you to help me celebrate Abby Serta as being my choice for the Soaring Eagle Award. I've had the privilege of being Abby's art teacher since she was in grade school. From our time together at CHS, I have been able to get to know her as a creative, reliable, and passionate young woman. Abby has always been sarcastic and funny, and the kind of person who isn't afraid to initiate conversations about any variety of subjects, including art. More than that, though, she's determined and strong-willed. She's not afraid to stand up for herself and make her opinions known. Abby takes risks and enjoys challenges. She is confident in herself and in what she does both inside and outside the classroom. When tasked with a job, she makes sure she always gets it done and does it well. Very few people have the passion for art that Abby does and can follow through with their work and ideas. She may be stubborn at times, but she's also incredibly loyal and a great friend to those around her. For these reasons, no one deserves to be a Soaring Eagle more than her. Abby, it's unfortunate that you weren't with me in person this year, but I'm proud of you for making it through a less than ideal senior year. After the loss of so many milestones and experiences this year, I'm happy to be able to give you this one. Congratulations, Soaring Eagle. I can't wait to see the amazing things you do.
Good evening. My name is Ashley Ramsey and I teach Spanish. This is the second year that I have had the joy of teaching my Soaring Eagle. Last year as a freshman, the student was shy and maybe even a little unsure of her Spanish abilities. I could never figure out why though, because her answers were always strong and detailed. I noticed that she would typically let others answer the question even though her idea was just as strong, if not stronger. Now as a sophomore, I can tell that she is way more confident in herself than last year. One of my favorite parts of having you as a student is that I was able to witness your increased confidence. What is even better than that is that I was able to watch you realize your own growth and confidence, or growth and confidence. Thank you for always pushing yourself to explain the best possible answer. London Meinhardt, you are my Soaring Eagle. Congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Brooks Demijan. I'm the PE, health, driver education. I coach boys basketball here at the high school. My Soaring Eagle is someone who, if they are absent, you are definitely going to know. He makes his presence known every single day, especially with attendance. If you're in his class, you definitely know what we're talking about. He has a great sense of humor, a love of blues hockey, and is never shy on words. His outgoing personality is engaging and is one of the many reasons he will go far in his next adventure. I am extremely proud of this student and his bravery in joining the United States Navy after high school. Thank you in advance for your service, and I know you will serve our country proud. Congratulations to my Soaring Eagle, Sam Campbell. Unfortunately, Sam couldn't be here tonight, but I talked to him this morning. I think he's watching, so congratulations, Sam. I'll shake your hand when you get back, and we'll see you soon, buddy. Thank you.
Hello, I'm
I'm Katie Holiday. I teach English here. I've only been here for a couple years, but it is long enough to know that those bleachers are not very comfortable. So we appreciate your patience and sticking around for all of the students. We are on our 41st student, and we just have a few more to go, so thank you. When the school year began, the students and staff at CHS, When the school year began, the students and staff at CHS reinvented education. One of the common phrases at this time was uncharted territory, and indeed it rang true. Seeing my students via webcam was awkward, uncomfortable, and silent at times. Teachers, parents, and students began adapting, not just to the social distance and technology, but to each other. It's fair to say we were all struggling to some degree with the basics of human interaction. It was the start of a new school year, an exciting time of the year, but this time through, it just wasn't the same feeling that we all know and love. Things were different. Communicating through a microphone and screen was intimidating and, quite frankly, strange. For the first few days, I feared class discussion might actually be impossible. I was wrong. In regards to the challenges of uncharted territory, the kids stepped up. The first few students to speak up, to try and connect with the material, with me, and with their classmates, were, without a doubt, the true leaders of this pandemic. With his demonstration of leadership and courage in mind, I chose my Soaring Eagle. Max Grody, freshman at Columbia High School, was the first student to unmute on a daily basis, showing a humble type of fearlessness, vulnerability, and a willingness to connect with others. Students like Max, who had the courage to unmute and answer questions, were my saving grace. Students who responded with curiosity and genuine interest gave me hope. And the students who had enough grit and heart to actually try their best reminded me why I chose this career. Max, a new student to CHS, not only took on the uncharted territory of hybrid learning, he also took on the pressure that comes with being the son of the district superintendent, a role that no doubt entails anxieties and possibly perceived expectations. You wouldn't guess it, though, because he carried it so well. For the record, just in case any of the teachers at CHS had been wondering what kind of student Max Grody is, he is humble and kind and rather spunky. I appreciate the willingness to participate in class, yes, but more so I admire his positive attitude and calm approach to adversity. I learn a great deal from my students. This year, thanks to my Soaring Eagle, I learned that Generation Z is something to be cherished. These young adults are, surprisingly, super talkative. They are brave, intelligent, fun, creative, and they are strong.
Hello, I'm Laura Schmidt. I'm a chemistry teacher at Columbia High School. And in my humble opinion, it takes a special kind of student to withstand the rigors of an AP chemistry class. It's a course designed to challenge the best and the brightest of students to absorb unfamiliar concepts. They're abstract concepts, to evaluate those scientific claims, to crunch calculations, and to articulate their understanding at an unyielding pace. It's a daunting, it's a grueling, it's an uphill, all the way marathon of a class. And although I'd like to say that everybody, right, should have the opportunity to enjoy and appreciate oxidation and reduction reactions and integrated rate law and bond enthalpies and equilibrium solubility constants. But to me, what really makes the class special and what makes it so satisfying is that moment of teacher gold when it suddenly clicks for a student. I'm telling you, it's a hard-fought victory some days. It doesn't matter if it's a quiz, if it's a test, or if it's just surviving the latest round of College Board problem sets. It's a win, and it's a win worth celebrating. It's what makes all the blood, sweat, tears, and agony worthwhile in the end of it. And of course, although there's many students that I could have recognized, my heart goes out to those students who are making improvements, who are working, who are striving, who are persevering, who are keeping at it just one more time to try and get it. So Colin Osborne, although this year was not what any of us expected, during our time together in class, you were there with quiet, right? Determination, confidence, ready to get to work attitude. You were willing to ask questions and more questions and more questions. You were willing to rework problems and assist others and maintain a positive outlook throughout the year. And as a result, you certainly have learned some college chemistry. But more than anything, I hope that you learned about what with hard work, you can accomplish. And I hope you've learned certainly not to underestimate what you're capable of doing, because I'm most confident that you're going to be doing remarkable things in your future. Thank you. I'm sure he's probably home studying Gibbs Free Energy for his quiz tomorrow.
Good evening. My name is Megan Vogt, and I teach agriculture and am the FFA advisor here. This year, when it came time to choose my Soaring Eagle, the choice came pretty easily. Our school year has been anything but normal, but so many students took the opportunity to make the best of it, and some even stepped out of their comfort zone to do so. Reese Schaefer did just that. While she has always been enrolled in agriculture classes and a member of the FFA, she has never taken on a leadership role. This year, when sports and other activities were not happening, she saw the opportunity to play a bigger role in the organization and grow her leadership skills as part of the FFA officer team. And I am so glad she did. She is always willing to lend a helping hand, ask what else she can do, or bring new ideas to the team. In a team of all high school boys, aside from her, she is often the voice of reason and the one to keep the focus. She has been a great asset to the team. A Soaring Eagle, to me, exemplifies traits of being kind, helpful, and driven. It has been a joy and privilege to get to know and work with her inside and outside of the classroom. All of these things are just some of the reasons that I easily chose Reese as my Soaring Eagle. Congrats, Reese. I look forward to seeing all of the things that you accomplish.
Good evening. I'm Matt Doogie. Mr. O'Donnell, Neil has had a previous engagement, and so I agreed to read for him, and hopefully I'll be able to do his Soaring Eagle justice. So, in his words, my Soaring Eagle Award winner this year is Jonah James. Jonah is an exceptional young man who has excelled both inside and outside the classroom. I really enjoy having Jonah in economics during the first semester this year. Even though he wasn't a typical semester, I look forward to our Google Meets and checking in with Jonah each day. In case you didn't know it, Jonah is also a CHS broadcaster. He and Sam Benaldi have done a wonderful job carrying on the tradition of the broadcasters with their lighthearted look into life at CHS. Jonah has also distinguished himself as an athlete during his time here at CHS. He defines what a successful three-sport athlete is. I don't know much about soccer, but I know that he's good at scoring goals. He recently was also named as the All-Conference Award winner in basketball, and I can't wait to see what he and his teammates can do on the baseball field in the coming weeks. It is my privilege and pleasure to work with Jonah, and Jonah, you are truly a Soaring Eagle. Jonah, you can also get a picture with Mr. O'Donnell when he's here later. Thank you. Sorry about that, I should have led with that. All right, good evening. My name is Matthew Doogie, and I am the last one. And my Soaring Eagle, who I was actually going to announce at the very end, Seamus, you might as well stand up now. I don't know if you realize it or not. There we go. My nomination for Soaring Eagles here is a young man that I think may fly under the radar. He didn't draw a lot of attention to himself in my classes, but he was always there, and he was an easy student to like and connect with. As the years change, students change, but my Soaring Eagle nominee has remained true to himself, and I'm glad that I've had the good fortune to have had him in class. I've come to appreciate him for who he is, a student that has a lot going on, but doesn't crave the spotlight. It is also great to know that he is a serious Celtics fan. Congratulations, Seamus Orilingo. You are my Soaring Eagle winner.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't clue Mr. Doogie in. We do have two more. I'd be remiss. We're adding something to the ceremony this year. We have two staff members, two seniors that will be leaving us this year after giving this community and this school 54 years of service. And we've added them to the night. Ms. McGinty, would you please come up first?
One of our special Soaring Eagles tonight is retiree Craig Ryturski, who teaches band here at CHS and general music at Parkview. So Mr. Ryturski, go ahead and stand. The many experiences that kids have had in our district and others with Mr. R is innumerable. He began teaching at Mater Dei, where he started his career and taught for 6 years before moving to Colorado. He taught 2 more years before finally settling here in Columbia for the last 28 years. Here is just a small list of the things he's accomplished over his amazing career. He has led his marching bands at numerous football halftime shows, made sure that all his students understood exactly how far 22 inches is when field marching, made sure that all his students, directed countless pep band tunes at basketball games, traveled with a pep band to play at the state basketball tournaments, prepared thousands of students for the ILMEA District Festival, prepared many of those same students as they went on to the ILMEA All-State Festival. He instilled a love for music by teaching his elementary students the recorder, which as a parent, I'm sure, was sometimes tough. But they love him for it. He taught thousands of concert band pieces, instructed band students on many songs each spring for IHSA Solo and Ensemble Contest. He created the jazz band program here at CHS and grew it into one of the most enjoyable ensembles we have. He provided outside opportunities for those interested in honing their instrumental skills, spent the equivalent of 8 months of his life leading marching band camp, won many first place ratings in the Pinckneyville parades, sold more lemon shake-ups than can be counted to raise money for our music programs through the Columbia Music Boosters. Set up, this was some math, let me tell you, set up and tore down close to 20,000 chairs, music stands, percussion instruments, and sound systems. Took many memorable trips with the band and a few with the choir to perform on Main Street at the Magic Kingdom at Disney World, followed by several glorious trips to Bradenton Beach where he ate pancakes on the beach. There are so many more things that I'm forgetting, but let it be known that Mr. R has stayed busy many times through his career. He continues to hone his craft by playing a saxophone, often with the CHS Jazz Band. He shares his voice by singing at church. He lends his educational knowledge by judging several area band contests. His students will always remember some of the famous one-liners he's had, which usually include the start of every class, "Okay, band." That sounds like a dumpster truck on fire falling off the Empire State Building. Does everyone else hear that? One at a time, let's go. And just because you have German heritage doesn't mean you can march like that. That was my favorite. In truth, Mr. Rytersky is an unforgettable director who loves his kids and makes sure to share his love for music with them all. They will remember his silly names for them, the inside jokes, and most of all, the laughter and the camaraderie that comes from being taught by someone for 4 or more years. Band is a family, and Mr. R is the dad. He's the one that gives them the leftover candy after the football season is over, who throws random movie night parties and truly cares about them. Earlier tonight, Mr. Rytersky spoke about his soaring eagle, and I'd like to use some of his own words about him. Mr. R, all great artists start with humble beginnings just like you. You've had the ability, demeanor, and work ethic to see you through to whatever musical endeavor you have chosen. Many people would sacrifice a lot just to have some of your talent. I urge you to continue to aim high, believe in yourself, because those of us who know you believe in you too. I'd like everyone to congratulate Mr. R on his amazing career and wish him well with his retirement. May the fish, deer, and turkeys be plentiful.
All right. Hi, I'm back. All right. I have had the pleasure of knowing my next soaring eagle for over the past 10 years. Astronaut Scott Kelly said, "The thing I like most about flying in space is not the view. The thing I like about it is doing something I feel very, very strongly about." This quote speaks volumes of how I feel Linda Malone views teaching. We could rewrite it to say, the thing Linda likes most about teaching at CHS is not the view. The thing she likes about it is doing something she feels very, very passionate about. From working early hours to late nights, over the weekends and holidays, Linda always puts her entire self into teaching science to young adults. Over the past 26 years teaching at CHS, Linda has influenced so many students in their exploration of science. Her expertise and commitment will be impossible to replace. Her wisdom of teaching over the past 33 years means she has scored hundreds of Scantron sheets, ran hundreds, if not thousands, of labs, and has finally used Google Meets to have class online. The change in classroom instruction and time in her educational experience will likely never be replicated. Despite health challenges and losses of loved ones, Linda continued to give her all to her students. Her love of music, movies, and theater reminds us to find selections that mean so much to us so that we can persist even through challenging times. Linda has accomplished this. You are a model for current and upcoming educators. Thank you for the commitment and passion you have shared with CUSD4. It is my honor to present Linda Malone a Soaring Eagle Award from the Science Department. Linda, you will be greatly missed, but your kindness, love for science, and caring nature will live on in our wing. In the words of Scott Kelly, again, to continue toward any journey, we must always challenge ourselves to take the next step. I know deciding to retire was a challenge for you, but think of the new journey you are about to embark on. Keep soaring and enjoy retirement.
I want to thank you very much for joining with us tonight. Students, please wear your medals tomorrow. And seniors, and those that are underclassmen, when you become seniors and you go to graduation, please wear those on your gowns at graduation with honor. We have some outstanding students here, and we have some outstanding families, and we thank you for all that you've done to bring these students to us and let us be a part of their lives. Thank you, and everyone have a great night.